Imagine this, you step into a machine, press a button and the world around you shifts. The calendar flips, the sun rises in different air. You are traveled through time. Sounds like a Hollywood movie. Yet films like Back to the Future, Interstellar and Avengers Endgame have shaped our reality of this exact idea. Going to the past, zooming into the future, rewriting history, seeing what's next. We have obvious the time travel can be really happen and it is true fiction. Have you ever wish you could just hit rewind to take back the things you said? You see a loved one all the time to buy Bitcoin, or maybe you have decided to hit fast forward to see what's happened the next World Cup, what the next iPhone look like, or if you ever make it to Mars. The wonder of time travel. The time travel has fascinated me since childhood. What if we would go back in time? What if we could reverse the cycle of time? What if we could go into the past and change our future? Let's start with a basic question. What do we mean by time travel? To many people, time travel is the idea of jumping forward or backward in time, like in a movie. But in scientific terms, time travel can mean something a little different. Here is a scientific definition. Moving through time faster or slower relative to someone else. For instance, if I travel at super high speed or experience very weak gravity, my clock might tick differently than you are. That means I'm moving through time differently than you. That brings us to two concepts: time dilation and actual time jump. The time dilation is real science. Actual leap says going back to 1950 or forward to 3000 AD. Time is like a river. Space and time are a fabric. We can bend the fabric as we like. Time is defined to make motion look simple. Understanding time is essential to understand relativity. Big Bang followed by an expanding universe. Now, to understand time travel, we need to step into the worlds of Albert Einstein and his theories, because time isn't as rigid as you might think. Time is not constant. It bends, stretches, speed up or slow down depending on speed and gravity. According to Einstein's special and general relativity, if you move very fast close to speed of light, time slows down for you relative to someone standing still. If you are in a strong gravitational field, says near a big mass, time also slows down relative to someone further away. Let's look at the famous twin paradox. Imagine two twins, brother, one stay on earth, the other off into the spacecraft and near time's speed. When the travel return, less time has passed for him than for the twin on earth. So here is the question, but mathematically predicted by relativity. That is the kind of effect that hints at time travel to the future. In fact, the scientific experiment showed that clocks moving fast are sitting in different gravitational fields tick at different rates. This is real. That can be measured and proven. This is the understanding of our universe according to Einstein's law. Einstein said time is everything, it is relative, time is not absolute. Okay, so time dilation gives us forward travel. What about triple leaps in space-time even to the past? Enter the concept of wormholes. Wormholes, in theory, according to general relativity, space-time might have tunnels or shortcuts, connection to different places and times. You jump in one, pop out somewhere else, maybe at the same time. And wormhole real. At present, theoretical maths, we never built one, seen one, stabilized one. These equations permit the possibility, but the engineering, the energy, the matter required, well, that's a huge spectacle. So yes, Wormholes offer a potential route for time travel, past or future. Now let's get concrete. Science have tested some of these ideas. They may not let you visit your grandfather in 1920, but they do show the time behavior differently under different conditions. These are real world proof that time dilation works. That give us legislative footprints. Time travel to the future is scientifically valid in some sense. Many years have passed on Earth. In a time that was a blink of an eye for the king, many years have passed on Earth. The flow of time was flowing at different speeds for the king and the person on the earth. This is called time dilation, which we have seen in movies like Interstellar. Let's travel at speed of light. Imagine a 15-year-old boy sits on a spaceship of Elon Musk. The spaceship can travel at 99.5% speed of light. This travels space for 2.5 years at 99.5 speed of light, then you take a U-turn and return to the earth. The age of the boy would be 15 plus years or 20 years only, but his fellow classmate would be 65-year-old, 50-year-old have passed on earth. Of course, Elon Musk does not have such a technology and such a spaceship that can travel at such speed, and he has not told us about. So let's talk future travel. If you would travel near the speed of light or may far for a massive object, your time would take slow than people left behind. In effect, you are being jumping ahead relative to them. Here an example. Suppose you travel in space at near light speed for 5 years. Back on Earth, maybe 50 years have passed. When you return, you have jumped 45 years into someone else's future. That is forward time travel. No paradox yet, no going back in time. But you have emerged into future you did not witness. Because scientists have measured time dilation effect and we understand the math, this is valid science. We just don't yet have technology to travel near light speed for years. So yes, time travel into the future is real in a sense, though not the flashy skip ahead to year 3000 and back variation, but you are already doing it. You age and people around you age differently depending on speed. Now what about going backwards in time, visiting the dinosaurs era, changing history? Why is going backwards so problematic? Because it seems to break the laws of physics. If you go back and change something, then the present changes. You run into the paradox, the classic, the Godfather paradox. You go back in time and accidentally erase your grandfather before your present is born. Then you would not exist. But if you never exist, how did you go back? This is a logical miss. Quantum physics and the idea of many worlds interpretations often possible loopholes. Maybe you don't change your timeline, you create a new one. But again, these remain spectacle. Backward time travel is still impossible under our current physics, but this time travel is not existing. What difference does it make unless we can go into the past and change our event? Why? Because of the law of conservation of energy. You must have learned in your school that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. The total energy in our universe is constant. Mass is converted into energy and energy into mass. If I go into the past and send an object into the past, that the mass or energy in the present increase. This is against the law of conservation of energy. But let us assume that this law is wrong. There may be some exceptions to this, but even if it is possible to go into the past, then it will not be possible to change our future. Let's dig a little into quantum idea. Some scientists propose that every decision or event might create an alternate timeline, a multiverse. So when you think if only I haven't, maybe there exists a version of you in a universe where you did not. If that is real, then maybe traveling back in time is actually traveling between universe rather than rewriting your own past. That reduce paradoxes. Scientists such as Kim Thrones and Stephen Hawking have such ideas through that remain it. Quantum mechanics show us that the universe is wired, superposition, entanglement, and time might be more flexible than our everyday experience suggests. But every time a real-time machine remains for beyond current tech. So the multiverse plus quantum idea open doors for what if, but they don't guarantee we will sit in a machine and pick a year and go there, at least not yet. Time for some fun. Real life stories of time travelers. One famous case who is the early 2000 claims to be a soldier from 2036. He posts his messages online and future events, time machine details and such, but no verified proof. Most believe it's a scam. Then there are photographic mysteries, old photos where people appear to holding smartphones are wearing modern clothes in vintage settings. Are they time travel? Probably not. Miss data, optical illusion editing, but the stories fascinate us because we want to believe. Why do we love these stories? Because they feed our hope that time travel might be possible, even if these claims are just elaborate fiction. Let's pause because beneath all the science, all the equations, there is a deeper theme. Why do we love time travel? Because time travel gives us what we crave, the ability to fix mistakes, to see what lies ahead, to reconnect with lost loved ones, to rewrite history. That's wish fulfillment, and that is fine. But maybe the better message is this: instead of going back to change our past, what if we focus on creating a better future right now? Because ultimately, our only guaranteed time machine is our memory, our action, our choices today. Time travel can inspire real science, real progress, real hope. So let's use it as a metaphor and just as a making more real messages why we love the idea. So let's wrap up. What have we learned? Science tell us forward time travel is real, and science of time dilation. You can age slower and emerge into the future relative to other. Backward time travel going to past and rewriting history remain as far as current physics know impossible. The concept of wormholes, quantum multiverse, alternate timeline, fascinating, but today still is the theory that cannot say it's impossible. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and thank you. See you in the next one.